Welcome back to Wristwatch Adventures with affordable watches with me, Ray. Today we're going to take a look at my state of the collection. It's a humble collection at this time, beginning of February 2023, but I'm hoping it's going to grow. There are a couple of things on order already, more Casios. I really got to, my Casio addiction is a little bit out of hand. And then beyond that, also, there are some other things which are not Casios, more dive watches, more dressy pieces, which I'm going to explore in the second half of this video, where I start to look at things that are on the shopping list. I'd really love to get your feedback, so do comment on any of the pieces in my collection and what my next steps are. It would be great to hear a little bit about that. And if you do enjoy this video of me breaking down my collection and talking about my collection goals, please do like and consider subscribing. It really helps out in terms of me being able to make more free, independent, original content. Okay, so let's start with the things outside the watch box here. Now I have two F91Ws, Casio F91W. This is the original one with a mod, however, with a nice blue backlight, which is a vast improvement over the backlight on the original. This one I wear quite often to sleep in, and sometimes when I'm working, when I want a watch that's not going to get in the way. What can I say about the goats? You know, I've done a whole video about this, but do check that one out. So I won't say too much, but it's of course absolutely classic. You can't beat it. So I've got this one. And I've got another one, which I bought on a very special day for me personally. I didn't want to spend much, but I wanted to get a watch to commemorate, something that happened that really pleased me in my personal life. So I bought the original before I found out that I had the possibility of getting one with an improved backlight. So this doesn't get used, but it's there, has great sentimental value to me. So there we go. Okay, now this. The Casio AE1200, sometimes used as a gym watch when I want to take a watch to the gym. That's not my one of my G-Shocks. This is going to be the subject of an upcoming video. I mainly bought it for purposes of comparison to the AE1200. We're going to look at some versions of that. I have some other ones on order. Next, outside the box, my favorite G-Shock. Oh yes, the 5000U. Okay, it's the JDM version of the classic G-Shock Square. So this has multi-band 6 and tough solar. This is the Japanese made model with the full metal module and screw-in case back. A significant improvement in terms of the spec over the more budget G-Shock models. The strap itself is a more sort of pliable, soft rubber material. Really love this one. There are some other things in terms of the module. I like the fact that you can change around the date and day structure. Good for us Brits. You like to mess around with that and have day first and month second, perhaps controversially for my American viewers here. Hi to everybody in the States. Okay, so there we go. Next, let's keep on going with the Casios then. So I recently did a video on two different versions of the A168. I love how dressy this is. It's just a bit more of a dressy and blingy version of an F91W, I suppose, really, isn't it? Again, with that much improved backlight capability. Yeah, I like these for work days again because they're unobtrusive, and I explained that fully in my video. The quality's there. So we've got the negative display version and the positive display version, the original one here, which as is typical with Casios, has so much advertising which features on the face there. So the two versions there. Now this next GShock used to get worn every single day a few years ago. Yeah, so this is a special one for me. The GD350 has huge sentimental value because I wore it every single day for at least a couple of years during an extremely tough period in my life. This has really, truly been through the wars with me. Along the way, it's lost its sound, but it still functions otherwise. This one, you know, pretty big case. This is one of the first G-Shocks I got before I was aware of the ones that are kind of a more manageable size. So, you know, this is around about 15 mil. It's huge, great big thick old boy here, but really easy to operate. There we go. Had a lot of action. Let's keep on moving on. Now over to my modded Casio AE1200. Going to be doing a whole video on the SKX mods available for this. So I took an original AE1200 in the silver plastic case and horrible jangly metal strap, and I've modded it with an SKX mods stainless steel case with sapphire glass and a Vario nice brown leather strap here with a steel buckle to match the case. Love this again. Great workdays watch for me because I work in international time zones, so this really has some super practical use for me in my everyday life. Okay, one last Casio then. Notice there's a lot of Casios. This is my other GShock square here. So the DW56E, the specific yellow reference here. Full disclosure, this was the black bezel and strap version. I've managed to find an original GShock aftermarket bezel for this. Probably, I think it was the only one I could find available to ship to the UK actually. So this is original, but it didn't come like this, so full disclosure. But I really like this as it's so cheerful, and I wear this when I want to wear a normal GShock, but maybe you know, I'm dressing for something sporty or casual. This is a real summer, hanging out in the pool kind of watch. I feel really cheerful. Love that. Okay, dive watches. Citizen BN0220, often known as the Retrozilla. Reissue or reimagining of a Citizen 1982 model. So we've got this titanium case here, 60 click bezel, eco drive movement, really robust rubber strap that comes with a diver's extension that's not on it. I'll be honest, I don't dive, but I love dive watches. There we go, with this fantastic double keeper system, really secure. Yeah, really tough guy watch, this one, and I like to wear this when I'm doing outdoorsy stuff, or I just want to feel rugged, I guess. Okay, let's just skip around to the other dive watch then. Seiko Samurai with the waffle dial and the aluminium bezel insert here. The basic model, been in the wars a little bit, been modified. Took the Seiko bracelet off it with its irritating pin and collar business, and put on this crafter blue rubber strap here with a real tough buckle and keeper here. Yeah, there we go. Love that. Next, my workdays dressy piece. Tissot PR100 titanium quartz. Great dimensions here, around about 38-39 mil. Great for when you're smart or smart casual. It's lovely blue sunburst style. Yeah, this gets a lot of use. I particularly love the case on this. Again, got a whole video on the pros and cons of this. Far from perfect, but it does a great job for me, which is everyday work watch. When if I don't want to mess up my one luxury watch, I'm hoping I'll be able to get some more luxury watches in time. I got this a while back for my my 40th birthday a couple of years ago as a real special treat. Didn't know a great deal about luxury watches at the time. Had I known a bit more, perhaps I wouldn't have chosen this particular model, as much as I do still love it. So this is the Breitling Colt 41. This reference is it's a few years old. There are a couple more models, I think, of this before they discontinued it and replaced it with the Avenger. A phenomenally accurate and brilliantly made watch when I really look at the facets on this. Maybe I have to do a video about this one day. It has seen a bit of wear. I mean, I have had it serviced and polished, and then, because it's so shiny, it easily picks up scratches, and it's picked up some more. But I wear this and I enjoy it. This is, it's not just going to sit in the watch box because it was expensive. Okay, there we go. So my modest collection at February 2023. There'll be more to come, no doubt, very soon. There are some on order already coming, which will be the subject of future videos. Okay, so thanks for checking out this part. Now let's move on to checking out the things that were on my shopping list. Watch goals and grails. Right, collection goals 2023. Here's my Pinterest board. The link to this, if you're interested in having a proper nose around, is in the channel about page. So I've organized my collection goals into some categories. We're going to take a look at dressy watches, dive watches, and pilot and field-ish watches. So let's take a look at the dressy watches category first of all. So it's most likely that at some point this year I will pull the trigger on the Seiko Presage Cocktail Time, this lovely blue dial version. I've got a real thing for blue dial steel bracelet watches at the moment that are dressy-ish. So this is the SRPB 41J1 that I've been looking at. If I've got a bit more money to spend, Christopher Ward is a brand that has long appealed to me. British brand, I am of course a Brit, Swiss made. This C65 June automatic 38mm looks to be quite Rolex Explorer inspired. Looks really appealing to me. So if I had more money to spend, yet still, if it was a super good year for me professionally, I might look at something like the Tudor Royal Date Day. Look at the beautiful design with the Roman numerals there and the polished and brushed facets on the case and bracelet. In the dive watch category, so we've got things that range all the way from the very affordable, such as the Casio Duro. I've long wanted to get one of these. Great spec for the money, of course. Really curious to see what the hype is about. I also really miss my Seiko Monster. I used to have a black dial version, and I'd love to get another Monster. Perhaps the Antarctica Save the Ocean special edition one here, rather like this dial. Or maybe a Monster homage by Islander, such as this Orange Monster homage. Difficult to get orange Monsters, and I've always wanted one. Finally, in dive watches, one of my real grail pieces is the Squale 1521 on the mesh bracelet with the blue dial and bezel. Oh, ravishing, look at that. Finally, in the pilot and field category, there are a few things that I'm considering. I think it'd be really fun to get a Seiko Flightmaster with all of the busyness of the dial, a real talking point piece. And I love the pop of yellow on this and the domed crystal on this. The Seiko Alpinist, particularly this green dial version. And I like the idea of the rotating compass bezel. That looks like fun. Perhaps I might give Boulder another whirl. I had the Rally World's chronograph, racing chronograph, which was the wrong one for me. Finally, perhaps another Citizen for a pilot's watch. Okay, so thank you for checking out my collection goals and state of the collection video. If you've enjoyed checking this out, please do like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much.